Hey guys, it's Adrian with University Success, and I'm going to be answering the question of, is it important to pick my major right away? Now, in short, yes. And the reason being, it's important to set goals. I'm kind of stealing this from Jordan Peterson, and I'm not sure if you guys will be familiar with him, but he makes a good point of where human beings are meant to aim at goals and hit them. I mean, as cavemen who ran around with spears, throwing them at animals so we could eat, we're just creatures that when we talk to people, we're looking at them in the face. We focus on something. It's just a crucial factor of picking a goal and working towards it. Now, if you don't pick a major and you just kind of float aimlessly, you're not going to put in as much effort as you would otherwise. Because when you pick a goal, you work really hard towards it, and it doesn't really matter if you end up changing it, because at least you set the foundation for working towards it until that point. Now, when I went to college, I kind of wavered on which major I'd pick, and I didn't. I don't even think I had one my first semester. Ended up getting a C. My GPA wasn't that great. Second semester, I chose linguistics. I didn't end up graduating with a linguistics degree because I took a couple of those classes, and oh my gosh, some of the most boring classes you'll ever take. Sorry if there are any linguistics majors out there, but word trees and I see the dog run 3 times. I see the dog run, and there's like 3 tiers of trees and all this different terminology for a simple sentence like that. I determined that it wasn't for me, but I had that major for about a year, I believe. So it definitely, I mean, I worked towards it. I still did my generals, so I didn't really waste any time going towards it until I took those classes. And granted, they still kind of worked out in the scheme of things because they filled some of the slots I needed anyway. Um, so it definitely helped me out. And then after that, I had taken a class called History 121, and that was a class with like 300 people. It was my first lecture hall class. Ended up being my favorite professor of my entire college career. I ended up taking, I think, 3 or 4 classes from him, and that's how I ended up taking my history degree. And from then on, I went from linguistics to history, and so I kind of had my path laid out. Even though I started off with linguistics, I kind of jumped over to history. So other than that first semester, which I didn't do so well, after I got linguistics and I went into history, I ended up being a honor student for 2 years. I think I had straight A's for 2.5 straight years, something like that. So I definitely think picking a major, picking a goal, and having a aim is definitely a key thing. And it's not only just your major. You're going to want to have kind of a career in mind, kind of something you want to do after school. And now you might not end up doing that because it's life. Not everything goes according to plan, but it's still important to kind of have an idea of something you're working towards. Because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse, and you're definitely not getting better if you don't have a goal and you're working towards it. Because if there's no goal, then there's no drive, and then you end up kind of losing and getting lost in the fray of things. And you lose structure. You start kind of breaking down. You get into nihilism to where nothing matters in life. I mean, you can really drop down. And trust me, I've had moments like that in my life of nothing matters. Going into nihilism, going into hedonism, and that kind of thing. And so I think it's best just to steer free of that, because breaking yourself out of that mentality definitely is a difficult thing, especially just avoid it altogether. So just try and always have a goal, not even just in college, but like kind of the rest of your life. Always pick something out that you're moving toward. It's crucial, and because as far as another thing from what Jordan Peterson teaches is responsibility gives meaning to life, and responsibility kind of goes into having a goal and having a responsibility of moving towards that. So it's definitely, I think, the way our human psyche is built. It's the way we're supposed to operate, and I think a lot of depressed people kind of fall into nihilism, and they lose that kind of childlike dream of I want to do this, I want to do that, and they're kind of like, what's the point? And you want to really try and avoid that mentality because it's a dark, deep, nasty hole to get into. So yeah, I think that's about all I have on this topic. Yeah, just always have a goal. So if you have any questions about this question that I've answered for you, leave it down in the comments below. Like the video if you did. Sub to the channel. Hit the bell icon if you want to get notified. And thank you for watching, and peace out.